Hi everyone. This is going to be the overview for the upper body flexibility portion of this week. The first stretch is going to be a sternocleidomastoid stretch, or SCM. It's front of the neck muscles, kind of runs right here in the front, laterally. So you're going to take your hand, put it on your chest, right under your collarbone, and kind of pull down a little bit so that there's some tension there. Everything in nice standing posture, abs, glutes, and then you're going to look up. So you feel a bit of tension here, and then you're going to look away from the side that you're holding down. Right? You're pulling that arm down. You want to keep your rib cage from coming up. Right? So look up, and then over, feeling that tension right into the bottom of your jaw. Nice big inhales. Nice big exhales, and use that exhale to really drive the rib cage down. Right, and you're holding, kind of tucking downwards with your hand. You should feel that real big tension here. You can play around with the head movement if you want to look back more, if you want to look down more, if you want to really try and go behind and then turn. There's a lot of different ways you can manipulate that. You just want to make sure you're engaged here to hold this down so you can feel that tension build. If you just let this go, it's much harder to get that stretch, so really focus on that hold. Next up is a torso stretch. So you're going to put your hands together, kind of get your elbows nice and close. You don't have to be like trying to touch them, but you just want to keep them close. Push your hands up as high as you can so they don't go any higher, and then lean back. And in this position, nice big breaths. Really using that big exhale. The thing about tucking downwards, you're going to get that stretch, armpit, chest. And so just hold that so you can get in this position. Breathe out. Maybe do like 3 to 4 breaths and then come down. Or if you want to try going for a longer hold, you can. You just want to make sure you can stay relaxed with it. So if you're really pushing really hard, you're not going to be able to get that stretch quite as effectively because you're going to be holding a lot of tension. So get into a place where you feel tension. Use the breathing to get a little bit more tension, but use those inhales really to let it relax so you can hold that position for longer and get that stretch a little bit better. Next up, wall downward dog with a twist. So, or with a reach, I guess. So you're going to put your hands on the wall, so it's a nice standing position. You're going to walk your feet back and bring your chest down so you get this nice solid line. You want to think about feeling a stretch in the hamstrings. Take a big breath in, and you're going to let one arm drape towards the ground when you exhale. You're still pushing into the wall with that top hand, feeling that stretch because you're pushing your hips backwards, trying to tip your pelvis to increase that hamstring stretch. And then just letting this arm relax down. If you want to, you can try to reach a little bit more rotationally. But you want to feel that stretch, armpit, chest, and then in the back as you're getting that twist. Both sides, nice calm breathing position. Make sure you're maintaining that tilt to increase that back arch a little bit in that position so you keep your hamstrings engaged, keep your back safe. Next up, we're going to go to the ground. Doing a ground spread foot position again, up nice and tall. Again, if you're having trouble getting into this position with a nice back arch, you can push with your hands until you get there. Try and hold, or if you need to, you can bend the knees so you can really set into this position. Whichever way you need to get into here, you're going to be in this space. And you're going to take one hand, reach towards the opposite foot, and the other hand also reaches towards the opposite foot. And then you're going to lean towards that top hand. So you want to feel this in the lats all the way up, and then maybe in that hip a little bit. Primarily you're focusing on getting it into the lats. So pull the hand backwards, really reach that bottom hand, and then reach your top hand and just kind of lean into that. You want to extend towards that leg, so you're not trying to just curl up. You're extending. Find that stretch and then breathe. If you want to, you can also do some gentle push into the stretch and then come off, and then push into the stretch and then come off, or you can just do a static hold. Either way is totally fine, but you want to really make sure you're keeping yourself tall as you're getting into that, because if you're not trying to extend, you're more likely to round in that rotation in the upper chest. The last one we're going to do is an advanced upper spinal floor twist. So we've done the upper spinal floor twist before. If that one felt quite tight, go ahead and just do that again. Otherwise, this is the fancier version. So you're going to bring one leg up, drop it over, so you roll onto that side, and you're going to point that foot away. The top hand is going to open up in that same upper spinal rotation that we did earlier. And you're going to think about taking this pec, this part of your chest, and extending it up towards the ceiling. So instead of trying to let your torso fall down, trying to really rotate, so you're driving that chest up and the hand goes down. You're going to really feel this in the chest. And then you just kind of let that sink down. Right, holding that push with that top leg, so you really get that rotation throughout your whole spine. Trying to focus on feeling that in the upper part in your chest, in the upper back between your shoulder blades. So try those out. A little bit more advanced this week, so don't push it too hard, right? Find that tension. You don't want it to be painful. You want to be able to relax calmly and breathe into these stretches. So have fun with them.